Surrounded by taller players. Jackson's move is off the rim, and the battle won by Barkley. Jackson all over Charles, and there's an offensive foul going to be called on Barkley, and Jackson comes up. Now Oakley joins in, and tempers are flaring early on here, and Charles has got to calm down. He can ill afford to get himself tossed. He did toss an elbow and caught Jackson, and that triggered this whole sequence of events.
Well, Jackson tested Barkley early there. He put his chin right up there to be poked by Charles. Charles tried to avoid for a second or two, and then he just took that one final swipe. And there it is right there. It was just against the arm. And then to compound the felony, Charles then threw the ball at Mark Jackson, who threw it back. And just a lot of woofing at this point. I don't think the officials are going to toss anybody at this juncture. Now Hugh Hollins, as both referee Tommy Nunez and Bruce Alexander trying to figure out what they're going to do. Hollins trying to keep the coaches at bay.
Under certain conditions, an elbow, if deemed flagrant, can result in automatic expulsion.
Any flagrant foul can be expulsion or a technical foul. We'll see what they call. We have the disadvantage of being up in the mezzanine level. Let's listen.
A technical foul has been assessed to the Knicks, Charles Oakley, and to the 76ers, Charles Barkley. It is a double technical foul. The Knicks will inbound the basketball.
Well, all things considered, I think you got to take that.
I think that's probably the proper call. Charles probably got the technical for tossing the ball at Mark Jackson, and Oakley gets the technical for coming in and giving a shove. Now Rick Pitino going crazy here. Why, I don't know. But Oakley did come in to give Charles a little bit of a push. So the two big horses have gotten some of their emotion and frustration out of their system, and they'll have to be careful the rest of the way and just play basketball.
So we have a hockey setting early here as each team decides that it's time to settle the, what's the word, machismo? Well, it comes up with 9:57 into this first quarter. Now we settle down, hopefully.
Charles Barkley. Barkley and Oakley are shoving each other.
You see that? He threw an elbow at him. They're standing on the line and they don't see it.
Man.
Oh.
Charles Barkley just slapped Charles Oakley as they were standing there.
He threw an elbow at him, and the referees did not see it. Standing right on the free throw line.
Because Barkley does, he looks away. See, he looks like he's not even looking at him, and boom, just slapped him one.
Oh, man.
A little bit after a missed free throw.
If you're watching TV, watch the line. They're lining up. Cheeks in the middle now. You'll see Barkley lining up next to Oakley. Now, there's the elbow shot out at Oakley. Oakley says, "What are you doing?" He grabs his shirt. Now they come flying out to break him up, and all they see is Charles grabbing.
Tony with a lob pass to Barkley. Right of the lane, guarded by Oakley. Barkley comes across the lane, comes back in. He is clobbered to the floor. Barkley gets up. Oakley gets up.
Okay, they're both standing there looking and saying, "Hey, I went for the ball. I don't know what happened, but he bumped him. Now they go to take the shot. He goes up in the air. He grabbed the ball and he put him down. It's getting to be a little bit rough here, and
Barkley's got 28 points in the game. It's a 9-point game, 107 left, and on the inbounds, a foul call. It'll put Barkley on the line as Charles Oakley got him. Charles Oakley is fouled out. Listen to the crowd respond to this. Oakley goes out with 106 left.
Doug was looking for a foul anyway. He said foul him right away, and he came down. He tried to foul him immediately. He'll get 2 free throws for the takedown.
Barkley could get 40 points tonight. He's sitting on 38 right here with 106 left.
Pete Meyer's going to come in. Earl Curitan knocked out of the starting lineup and getting no minutes here tonight.
Left against Sellers. Coulter out front. Wingate 3-point shot, missed it. Charles Oakley, the Bulls rebound. And now McCormick and McCormick and Mike Brown are squaring off, and now Barkley jumps in, and Oakley wants a piece of Barkley. Oakley wants him bad. They break it up. Mike Brown and McCormick. Charles Oakley has to be held away by Doug Collins, Gene Littles, and John Bach. You knew it had to happen.
You can see the officials starting to lose a little bit of what was going on, then coming down the court. It started between Mike Brown and McCormick.
What's the call?
The Bulls had the ball.
What's the call?
They're going to discuss this.
No, we wait here. There's no timeout taken. We're going to wait here. It's tied at 65. The referees have to decide what they're going to do.
Mark Feil is taking a walk out to see what the call is here. 65 all, 51 seconds to go in this quarter. Mathis and Blaine Reichelt talking it over at center court. They've sent both teams to try to calm them down to their bench. Are both number 13 officials? Can that possibly be? Is there a full moon out tonight? What is going on here?
Now they've asked for Doug Collins and Matt Gukas to come to the scorer's table to decide what they're going to do.
Charles Oakley of the Bulls, the other on Tim McCormick of the Sixers.
Double technical.
McCormick in the first.
McCormick.
Yeah, McCormick in the first. In the first jostle, I guess it was. I don't know if they're done recuing the tape there, if they've got anything. All right, your radio viewers are going to get a chance to see what happens running down the court. It showed Brown trying to get to the outside. McCormick put a forearm up at him, so they stop at mid-court. Charles Oakley still in the back, putting the ball in bounds, and now they go after each other.
And there was Barkley, see?
Barkley comes in and
over
Charles...
the side, and now Charles Oakley wants a piece of Barkley, and Barkley wisely backs up behind two of his teammates and peeks over their shoulder.
I'll tell you, if you...
The technical was on Mike Brown, they say now, and McCormick. Double technical on those two.
Excuse me, but if you can run one back again, you'll notice they had their hands up for a three-point call, and the shooter is on the free throw line as Hinson tries to be a peacemaker in this. Excuse me, Jimmy Edge, can you run it back one time? Doug Collins is coming out. Look at his stick out there, boy. He's going after him.
Said Charles
can't extend high to the basket, and he feels the strength and jumping ability of Barkley behind him, so he was a little fearful on that follow-up.
Charles Oakley in a foul is called. Barkley did not like. Oh! Barkley took a swing at Oakley. Oakley went back at Barkley. And let's see how this is handled. Will they call it a punch?
Well, if his fist was closed, it's definitely a punch. Patrick Ewing now grabbing referee Jake O'Donnell.
They double up momentarily.
That was Oakley coming over to help Houston.
And Drexler lost it. Barkley on the recovery. Stopped by Ewing. And then put on the floor by Oakley. And Barkley goes at Oakley. Oakley missed with a swing. Barkley tried to go back at him, and they're separated. Whoa.
There is no question about what happened. Punches were thrown.
And I would think the call has to be that they are both ejected.
They were both firing away, Marv.
Well, Charles Barkley upset with Charles Oakley. He felt, and we'll have to get another look at it, he felt that Oakley took him to the floor, and he went down hard, and of course that is not going to be appreciated, particularly by Charles Barkley, who's had back problems the past 2 years.
Well, there were certainly no signs of back problems the way he hopped up after hitting the floor. He had one thing in mind, and that was to get at Charles Oakley.
and it is apparent that they both have been ejected.
It's a no question, not even an argument. What a shame.
You know, it's dangerous as these two guys go off together, although you would think
yes
that it's out of the system and they're not going to go at each other, but Barkley was putting on a pretty speedy pace as he headed right to the locker room.
There should have been a lot of space between there leaving the floor. You're right, Marv. Who knows what's going on now. Let's take a look now at what happened. Barkley.
Yeah, I understand Charles Barkley's point of view there.
For the only